My Lords, can I begin by reassuring the noble Lord Blunkett, who knows how much I respect him, that I've had no contact at any point with the Premier League, unless you count occasionally buying a ticket to one of the member clubs. That so far from filibustering, my intervention on the last round was the first time I've spoken since second reading, and I kept it to about 4 minutes. And that I opposed this bill very strenuously when it was proposed in the last Parliament. But I'm sure he will allow that it's not exactly the same bill. It's been beefed up in various ways, and those ways need scrutiny. And one of the ways in which it has been beefed up, even short of the noble Lord Bassam's amendment, is in strengthening the EDI provisions. And I do have to stand back and ask whether it is proper for a regulator to tell private clubs what kind of people should be their ticket holders. Isn't there a basic principle here of proportionality and of property that says it's in your interest to have as many ticket holders as you can, and it's in their interest if they're interested to come, and doesn't that intersection of who wants to come and how much they're prepared to pay represent the right place in a free society? We're not some autocracy where we impose values on freestanding organisations. Our present mood, we sacralise the values of EDI, but tomorrow it may be something else, and it would be equally wrong, because there is such a thing as freedom. There's such a thing as a private space, and that is an essential building block of a free society. The noble Lord Bassam says, well, he'll correct me if I get this wrong, but he said it's shocking that only 4% of senior management positions are held by black people. According to the 2021 census, the proportion of black people in the UK is 4.0%. In other words, without any intervention, without anyone telling them what to do, we happen to have got an exactly representative number. But even if that were not the case, even if, as Lord Bassam was saying, there is a much higher proportion of black players in Premier League clubs, surely that is meritocracy. Why would it be the business of government to try and bring that number into line with the population? Of course I'll give way.
Doesn't the noble lord think it's rather odd that you have a sport where we've got something like 44% of the players are black, and actually it's very strange that very few of those players make it through into management positions in those same professional leagues? Doesn't the noble lord think there's something slightly amiss there?
Well, but the figure that is out of whack with the population is the number of players, not the number of managers, which is exactly in line with the population as a whole. Now, the noble lord may have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that, because it's plainly meritocratic. Because you know what? The clubs are interested in winning. So they pay the people who are going to produce the results that they want on the pitch. And if their fans are not happy with it, they stay away. And that's how the system works. And that's why, frankly, I think this whole bill is wrong. I realise I've lost that argument, but we are not some insecure South American junta that has to tell private clubs what to do and appoint commissars over sport. But let me just say, because I don't want to be accused of filibustering this one, and I've gone just over 3 minutes, so I will finish by saying that if we are going to have this wretched regulator, let's at least make it as proportionate and as in line with the rest of our law as possible, on which note I will support the rest of Lord Blunkett's amendments, because it does seem to me quite sensible to bring any regulator into line with the usual standards of corporate governance.